Legends on 3, 2, 1.
Got some go that, please don't. Go that with me. Go that.
Man, they even got enough change in the meter. Double part looking like Bane in the beater. Her friend keep helping detangle the weave. Only jumped in the front seat.
We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Today we hit double digits, week 10, and we've got a good one in store as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Miami Dolphins. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give them 15 yards to start their first drive of the game. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And Tune to throw it now. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Now, I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5. Now Tune. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Now that was a bouncer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
They need 18 yards here on 3rd down. Tune. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. And that is no good.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
On first down, it's Stafford. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game. But in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
From the 38 now, here's second down and 1. On the ground, this is Devon Achane. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the 50, it's Stafford. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
Zero. Hey, easy.
Throwing on second and long. Stafford.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on second down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for a first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
Here's 3rd and 10.
Wait, 7.
From the 50, Stafford. And going deep for Hill. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Vikings will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
At their own 12-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they entered play on a 2-game win streak, and then they've got the open date on their schedule next week. So this is a group that's really looking to hit the break on a high note.
And this will obviously be a tough game for them, but go ahead and play this out with me, partner. If they win here and make it 3 in a row, they get to heal up after that. You've got to think that's an ideal setup and a worthy goal to play for in this one.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Had to get in there and knock another one away. I think maybe that tuck rule being gone Makes defenses a lot bolder.
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Jefferson going to go in motion right. Here's Tune to throw it. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage. And that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. You talk about this Miami defense. And they've been excellent against the pass, the number 6 unit in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
Throwing, Tune. This one caught. It's the tight end, Hawkinson. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
First down.
No score after one on EA Sports. The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Let's go.
From the 46, here's the 2nd and 8. Here's Tune. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins will take over possession here up at the 44. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to bring up second down.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
From just across the midfield stripe, here's second down and 3. Now it's Stafford. And a quick throw here, that's complete. First target, first catch, and a first down. The Dolphins at 7-1 now on the year, and they coming off their very first loss of the season, suffered a week ago.
So now we can all take that chasing the 1972 Dolphins and take it and throw it right out the window, right? But let's face it, not many teams talk about that or even have interest in it. All they want to do right now is bounce back after that loss.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Stafford throwing quickly, complete out wide. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit, but how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Now a first down throw, Stafford. And incomplete on the deep ball.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10.
White.
Throwing is Stafford. Touchdown Dolphins. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter.
Remember the one-dimensional tight ends who just put their hand in the ground and block people? Well, if you're that guy now, you're probably a fullback in an I-formation offense. These tight ends nowadays can do everything. Block, run, and catch. Beautiful connection for a touchdown.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
2nd down and 8. Toon going to throw it. He'll get this complete to Rondale Moore. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Hands it off out of the gun, and he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
2nd and 10. Jefferson moving in motion left. Looking to throw. Toon. Open man. He's got him. The tight end, Hockenson. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game.
First down, Minnesota.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. First down now, but that clock rolling.
It's a gain of 10. And the Vikings first down.
Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be second down. A few moving pieces on that play because that was an RPO, was it not?
It was, but one important piece that didn't move incorrectly, the offensive line. Because when you're running this play, as he continued down the line of scrimmage, sometimes the lineman can wander downfield, and if you're more than a yard downfield, it's illegal to throw the football at that point. But they held their ground, held their spot, and turned it into a nice gain.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
The good signal calls will never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
On third down, they're going to run for it here. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line.
A gain of 4 yards. First down, Vikings.
Now back to throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
You tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. Well, looks like they'll move things around here. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Tune. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Vikings have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Extra point attempt here still to come. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
That's the former Buckeye Pete Werner getting the sack.
A 3-yard loss brings up 2nd and 13 at the 22-yard line.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Back to throw. Stafford. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Ready.
Here's Stafford. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
Now a 2nd and 6.
Hey, middle. Hey, 5-0. 21. Ready, hot.
To throw is Stafford. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
They'll run for it with Achane. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. On first down, Stafford here. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Trey Hendrickson showing off his pass rush repertoire that time. He found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13.
Hey, 54. Hurry.
Here's Stafford. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Lewis Seen in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. On 3rd down, Achane. And he can only manage yards to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Well, they don't get a touchdown here in the opening drive of the 3rd quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they're trailing the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense, and that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back. Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Throwing on 2nd down. Toon. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender. But the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
3rd and 2. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Goddard. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. The Vikings send out their punter. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Now Hill to return it. 49-yard punt, 5 on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. This game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. And this will be caught at the 30. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. How about a 39-yard pickup? They'll take it.
He just had the feeling that sooner or later someone was going to come up with that one play. Neither team has really done a whole lot offensively, but here's one that pays off to the tune of big yardage, and it's one that could maybe get this group in gear.
Give the tackle there to Daniil Hunter.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Still 9 yards to go on 2nd down from the 27. Stafford. Gets this one to Hill. 2 yards on the pickup there. 3rd and 7 now.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 7.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Stafford. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Daniil Hunter in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint, as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. The kick by Sanders is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. And Tune to throw it now. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack.
And that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Now Tune. He'll fire deep, looking for more. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That was for the lead right there. They know they're in a position where fortune favors the brave. So they took their shot, but couldn't connect.
1 score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Dolphins' defense is able to hold.
Ready.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going. And above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Hey, 70!
Stafford now to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
Drill right, 22. Tonight.
Now Stafford. He's going to rifle one deep left side. It's caught inside the 25. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. A run straight ahead with Achane. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock. And this is 2nd and less than a yard. Achane here. They stay on the ground. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon Achane, his 8th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Dolphins look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
Sanders now to add the extra point. And the lead is now 13. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now. Tune.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hope that they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
Well, this crowd is making an impact right now. 3rd and 10. Throwing, Tune. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
And I think we'll probably see him go for it here on 4th down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
4th down, 10 yards to go. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He sets to fire deep. He's got a man complete. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Vikings have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So they got one of the 2 touchdowns they needed. Now for the onside kick. And now defensively they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. So they got one of the 2 touchdowns they needed. Now for the onside kick. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down.
Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the fourth quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
49-yard line.
Second and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. Now it's Stafford. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Stafford now to throw. And that will be incomplete as well.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Vikings will take over here first and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
This is first and 10.
Back to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
He's back to throw.
Completes this to Jefferson.
And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Vikings.
Well, plenty of time to work with here, but the timeouts, they're gone. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
They took a big shot there for the end zone, and if he finds a way to come up with it, that might be your game winner. But it was not to be. The coverage was good, and it winds up incomplete.
He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I've got a good friend in football who always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. They'll look to throw. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. And I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call, and it's certainly a big one here late in a tight game. So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned. Here's 2. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. Victory very likely now for the Dolphins as they take a knee here.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
What a ball game this was.